Buonasera, mi chiamo Daniel. Tonight on Dan's Pizza Corner, we're making two Italian classics tonight. Good evening, everybody. Tonight on Dan's Pizza Corner, we are going to be taking you guys on an unofficial trip to Italy. As we tonight will be making two classical Italian favorites, but in a different way. So for our pizza Margherita, we got here an 8-ounce pizza dough ball, and our famous San Marzano tomatoes, which I make for my basic pizza sauce. And we also have pecorino romano, fresh mozzarella, which were cut into strips, also known in Italy as fior di latte, and some fresh basil leaves. So first thing we're going to do here is we're going to flatten this out to about anywhere from 12 to 14 inches in diameter. With it this small, it looks like it's hard to do, but it can be done. First we do is we form the shape of the crust. As you see now, you want to keep your hands away from the center as much as you can. And you see, like, the form of the crust is starting to chip away, and you want to go gently on this one because this is it could be very delicate, and you don't want it to rip. Oh yeah. You know, although in Italy they make this in an oven, it's about 850 degrees in Fahrenheit in a wood-fired oven, which we don't have today, but I'll do the best I can. if it explains why I'm going a little lighter than I usually do for my sauce, is because this is a very delicate crust here. It's really super thin. Although I try to bring as much as the Italian way as much as I can, even though I have never really been to Italy, but the pizzas are phenomenal. It's like the sauce is like the phenomenal, and in the United States we have it as like a meal, but in Italy it's more like a snack that you can get off the streets in Naples, Italy. A little different technique here, but as you see here, and then fresh basil is very important when you put on a pizza, and the oil from this sauce basically doesn't dry out the basil. Now we're going to put 16 pieces of fresh mozzarella on, and if you guys want to count along with me in Italiano, you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 7, no, 9, 10, 11, 12. Uno, due, tre, quattro, cinque, sei, sette, otto, nove, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Or should we'll make it 4. We'll stick with the 13. And we top it off with a little pecorino romano on top. Holy ravioli! Oh, una pizza Margherita Napolitana! Wow. Now I'm going to garnish here with a little bit more basil. And that is a bellissimo! Oh, una pizza Margherita! But it's flexing down, and it's not too soggy, and it's crispy on the outside, and it's also soft in the middle, which is great. And I'll tell you something, if I can get a wood-fired oven, I have this pizza. Oh my God, it's so good. Let's see how it tastes. This is so good. And when we come back, we're gonna do the second pizza, Pizza Marinara. So for our Pizza Marinara, we're gonna use an 8-ounce dough ball, our pizza sauce, which we do for all my pizzas, a slice garlic from 1 clove of garlic, and our fresh basil, which came from my garden outside my house. Here we go. Now we're flattening it out. We see you want to keep away from the center as much as you can and use your fingers to. And also you want to try to keep the dough as round as you can. I'll admit that I'm not the most perfect cruster in the world, but I can always learn. As I get better and better as I get on, as you see here. And also, the reason I stay away from the center all the time is because if you touch the center too soon, it will thin out the pizza, and you would have it too thin, and it'll tear apart. And that's why I stay away from the center as much as I can. Non c'è male. Mi chiamo Daniela. That means my name is Daniel. And on my last pizza, when it said, "Oh, una pizza Margherita," that's Italian for "I have a Margherita pizza." And yes, I do speak Italian too. Sì, parlo italiano. Mi chiamo Daniel. Io sono pizzaiolo americano. Ask my mother, ask any of my friends. We'll patch that a little bit, yep. And some people use rolling pins, and using your hands to make dough can be a little frustrating at first, but once you get the hang of it, you'll probably never ever want to use a rolling pin ever again. Can't believe I almost forgot the oregano. Whew. A little pinch of oregano, that would have been bad. Whew. Okay. And a couple leaves of basil on there. Holy ravioli, whoa. Oh, una pizza marinara, which is Italian for I have. We have tomato pies in the United States, which we covered earlier. And also you have the Italian version, which they've been making way before we have. And if you go to a pizzeria in Naples, I'm not going to say the name of the place, but you only get a choice between that or the pizza Margherita Napolitana, which is the Neapolitan Margherita pizza in Italian. And I'll tell you something, if I ever go to Italy, you know that's exactly what I'm going to do. Try their pizzas and visit Pompeii and a lot more to Italy. Here it is, look at that. Whoa, yeah. And usually the toppings are a little bit lighter in Italy too. As you can tell, I use a really thin crust. And when you do a pizza and it's a really thin crust, you want to go very minimal on the toppings. And if you want more toppings, you want to maybe do it on a little thicker crust. Okay, not as thick as a Sicilian, but. And over here, this is one of those pizzas where you want very little on here. And yet again, if you have a Chicago deep dish, which I made earlier this year, you want more. And we'll teach you more about that. And remember, pizza is not a matter of life and death. It's much more than that. Ciao.